Okay, so now we got the chapter. I have to say we got a loophole pretty much in Big Mom's Soul Sword fruit abilities, uh, as well as Katakuri's. We found out he's a Logia. Big Mom is the bigger picture here, and no pun intended. Now that Brooke has found a way to smash the portrait, now it becomes a classic case of what happens next. Because as Capone put it, when we got the plan laid out, once the portrait is destroyed, Big Mom goes into she gets into a traumatic state to the point where she unleashes Conqueror's Hockey. But they have the earplugs, Nami and Co. So they're ready. So I'm curious what's going to happen next. Not only that, the fact that we didn't see the Vinsmokes in this, and I don't want to go back and forth about that, but it's obvious they're going to make an appearance. They're just trying to let us put that to the back of our minds and focus on the Luffy Big Mom situation. But I still think that Vinsmokes, it could have something to do with Nami trying to help, because they did say our goal is to make sure the Vinsmokes are rescued. So I can totally see the EGG and company actually backing up, especially Reiju. Reiju could back up Nami, no problem. The problem is Judge. I don't know what he would do. I still think that's the case for him and Sanji to deal with. Sanji got put it out the way, and he said to Luffy, I leave this to you, deal with it. So I don't know what's going to happen with Sanji. I think he might fight Judge. If he doesn't, he's going to help out some way, shape, or form by either taking on Katakuri, or he's going to help out Jinbei a bit, Luffy. Because remember, this is Sanji's arc as well, because it's about his freedom as well as Luffy's. So he might assist Jinbei and Luffy. It looks like that's the route we're going at. Big Mom looks like he's ready to kill Jinbei, but now the portrait's been destroyed. What happens? Is Big Mom going to go to that shock again and get traumatized? Or incredible as it is to know that Big Mom has a technically she has a weakness now with the Soul Sword fruit ability, because it only works if you're intimidated. I think it was explained a while back now. I just think a lot of people seem to have forgotten that, but now we know that Jinbei was unaffected by it, so I'm pretty sure that means Luffy's going to be unaffected by it. So unless you're intimidated to die, and we've seen this from Luffy before, he's not afraid to die to fulfill his goal of becoming King of the Pirates. We know that. So I don't think it's going to work on Luffy. If that's the case, a Big Mom, number one, I said this in the review, but if Brooke was able to somewhat damage Prometheus and Zeus, don't you think it's possible that Luffy can not only damage the Prometheus and Zeus, Big Mom's substitute souls, but also do damage to Big Mom herself? And I've said this over and over again. It's like Big Mom from the get-go. Everybody said that Luffy stood no chance because Luffy couldn't finish off Cracker. There's different factors you have to take into consideration. Number one, he had the hardest armament hockey in the series, and that includes Doflamingo. So it's like, okay, he managed to pierce Luffy in Gear 4. If Luffy goes in Gear 4, and not only that, the fact that he's been munching on cake this entire time, he was buried in the cake eating it, and he made his appearance. So I get the feeling when he goes into Gear 4, I'm not saying it's going to kill Big Mom, but it may be enough to do some damage to Big Mom. So that's going to be the topic here. But even if Big Mom somehow tanks the hit, what's going to happen after that? Because from what we know from Capone, the guns they have in line ready to shoot Gato and Vito, they're going to open fire because they have 3 rocket launchers and RPGs ready to lock and load and fire on Big Mom, which apparently does have some effect. So we're going to wait and see. But it's like you got Katakuri involved, and Commander Smoothie didn't really do a whole lot. Even though she knew the Straw Hats were busted out of prison, she kept that to herself. And so did everybody else. Oprah was called out on his bullshit because Montdon didn't know a thing about the Straw Hats busting out of prison. And this is what I've been saying. It's like from the get-go, they have been seriously underestimating Luffy and company. And now it's come to a point where Big Mom has a weakness. And it's like, at a time, it looked like Big Mom was pretty much indestructible. But now it's like, okay, now there's a level playing field. I don't know if it's going to be enough for Katakuri, because if Luffy got kicked with a casual kick from Apparently, he can stretch too because he starch ability, if that's what you call it, because that's more or less what it is. It's his ability to stretch because of obviously he was using hockey as well. So it's like you got to deal with them, the commanders, before you get to literally get to Big Mom. So it's like I can see Jinbei doing it, but it's like he's literally staring down Big Mom right now. So it's like who's going to take up the fight? I personally feel it's either going to be Ichiji or possibly Sanji, but that's just me. Because I want to see Sanji get a major win as much as anybody. But it's like if he can't do it, I'd rather Ichiji go up against him because that's two unknowns we don't know much about. It'll be a badass fight. So that's it from me. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this discussion video, you give it a thumbs up. I appreciate that. Don't forget to subscribe channel for more One Piece, comment, subscribe. Catch you guys later. Bye.